You know, something I never understood is why did they stop updating Red Dead Redemption? Well, one big reason is GTA 5, but come on, how can you ignore the beauty and potential of this game? Whether it's a grassy green plain, deserts, snowy, and even hot springs, not to mention the other beautiful biomes around the map. Now, something I do want to talk about is the updates that they did at this game. Now, in the beginning of the game, there wasn't necessarily that much to do other than just playing PvP and campaign. But later on, they ended up adding some good updates, which is the Frontier Pursuits. That's actually what brought me back to the game, because if I'm being honest, in the beginning, it low-key got tiring just because I was doing the same thing again and again, which of course makes sense. But when they brought the Frontiers Pursuits update, they brought Trader, Bounty Hunter. But like I was saying, the Trader one, honestly, it was like something like the CEO update that they did for GTA, but just this time, all you had to do is collect animal parts, make them into materials, and then sell them, which honestly became such a clutch because getting money with this was probably one of the best things they could have done in the game. Another update they added was the Bounty Hunter. Now this one came in clutch because you could do this one in between doing the Trader and the Collector. Now this one guaranteed you gold and money. So when it came to doing a grind for money and gold, you would come over here. And the best part about it is they also added legendary bounties, which honestly were really fun. As you can see, I've basically 5-starred almost every one of them, except for this one for some reason. I'll probably eventually 5-star it on the video. But all of these, when you were doing it for the first time, they all gave you a lot of money and gold. Now they still give you more, I mean still a lot, but not as much as when you were first time completing them. Now there is player bounty, but most of the time it's only when they have high bounties when they'll go after it. If it's just $9 or something like that, no one's gonna go after it, let's be honest. Now, as for the last update that they put in with the Frontiers Pursuit was Collector, but currently I can't find her because she randomly just spawns in like around the map. But currently she hasn't spawned in. What she does, but the icon doesn't appear. But for the collectibles, if you know about the map that showed you where all the collectibles spawned in, I'm telling you, people that knew and grinded that would make thousands and thousands of money. And I'm telling you, that's probably one of the best ones for money. I remember I would literally for the whole day grind hours and hours collecting every collectible in every possible location. And I did that for like, I think 2 weeks straight or 13, I don't even know, but I basically did it till I had every available collectible in the game. And at the end, I sold them, and I'm pretty sure what I remember, I got like 40,000. And I think I did that twice. And you can already, if you already know about the collectibles, then you already know how much money that wastes. I mean, that time I wasted. But the money was worth it. With the addition of the Moonshine update, you basically had another wagon to sell/trade. It's just this time you just collect ingredients to cook moonshine, and wait, in the end you earned around 300 bucks. Now there was other updates like the one with the lady that you had to sedate animals, and then the one with the fat guy that you had to hunt animals. Now that update was pretty decent. Actually it was fun just because they added legendary animals and then the legendary animal outfits. But overall, after a while, it honestly got boring. Boring! Just when you thought Rockstar gave up on Red Dead, they came out with the Blood Money update. And I'm pretty sure we all know what update it was. The update that we thought was gonna bring back the game. The update that we thought was bringing hope, you know? But in reality, it was just shitty missions that we thought were supposed to be heist or robbing trains. But you were just earning capitality. And honestly, the missions were fun, but it's not what we expected. And after weeks, come on, it was not worth it. and we basically all gave up on the game. Now, of course, I'm not saying we stopped playing it completely, but we basically lost all hope. Something I did like about the Frontier Pursuits update is that it basically showed you what Rockstar can actually do if they actually put their mind into a game. Of course, you still got GTA, but I'm talking about Red Dead. They added 3 trades that everybody can do. The amount of time that game basically gave us to grind was like basically enough for months, because you basically had to complete and grind every one of them and max them out to rank 20 and collect everything you needed to make it easier and get more money. You know, something I never understood about Rockstar is why didn't they let us buy a house? Like, for example, in the story mode, John Marston buys like something to like get construction materials and build his own house. If we would have had something like that, honestly, that would have been such a good update. And also the fact that we could have possibly also maybe done the same thing that they did in GTA 5, where you could even start your own heist in your house, or maybe even raise cattle and sell their materials like milk, cotton, whatever. Now, I feel like the addition of highs into the game would have been perfect since the beginning, or a little bit more into the future, because if that was the case, I feel like a lot of people would have sticked around and played the game more and grinded that out, just like the casino heist. And to make it even better, they got different locations, like the one in St. Denis, the one in Rhodes, the one in Valentine, and probably other ones, but I forgot where. Honestly, if heists were the same like they were in GTA 5, this game would have been so much better, especially since it's literally about outlaws, where all they do is commit crimes. How are you gonna call yourself an outlaw when all you do is do side missions or shitty little jobs? Like, bro, we're trying to steal a bank. Like, any kind, it doesn't really matter. And yes, I know there's some in the online mode for the white girl, like the missions for the low levels when they barely start out. At first, it does give you a lot of money, but when you replay them, it barely gives you nothing. I feel like something like that would definitely be really good and would bring back so many players back. You know, I never knew how they couldn't at least give us train robberies. This could have been something easily done. Like the same thing they did with the Maze Bank trucks in GTA 5 Online with money. They literally could have done this in Red Dead Redemption. Either that or at least a mission, like a little heist at least. I never understood how an outlaw game like Red Dead wouldn't even have this feature online. They have it in story mode, yet they don't have it in online mode. I feel like robbing the train could have been like a little small event that appeared on everybody's map. First come, first serve, and whoever gets it. I mean, they could have done it like a little ball in the heist. The train, like this, for example. You just steal the money, get out, and leave. Either that, or they just could have done it the old-fashioned way, where every person, you just go up to them and steal their money. It would have been that simple. Come on, Rockstar. You couldn't at least give us this? This would have been enough for me. You wanna know what's the worst part about this? I wasted 50 days, 10 hours, and 54 minutes of my life. And yes, this is probably not a lot to a lot of y'all, but to me, it is. I grinded so much money, 299 gold bars, 100,000, well, 109,000. Rarely any people get to that amount of money. I grinded that much thinking there was going to be an update. Yet there was never anything good enough for me to waste all my money, man. I want all that time back, man. Then again, a lot of it was just me having fun. So at the end of the day, it is what it is, gang. And yeah, that's the end of this video. I know this was a little bit different from my other videos. This was mostly commentary talking about how much potential this game had. Can it come back? Probably. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe after GTA 6, they'll be like, you know what, let's revisit this game. Maybe. They definitely won't. But yeah, make sure to like and subscribe. See ya.